Hello everyone, thanks for joining. My name is Wilgenbusch and I am an independent prover with the amazing company Pruvit. I'm going to come on today and speak of something that is very hard for me to talk to out loud, okay? But I know that sharing my story and my experience will hopefully help somebody out there if they were feeling the same way or have gone through the same things as me. This might get a little bit more in depth than I've done in the past, but I just really want to reach out and just tell you the honest truth. The thing that I want to start with is I was in a very hard spot before I started Beachbody. And I started in a group that was going to help me because I know that support, having the support around you is what really, really helps. So I started in a challenge group. I did my 30-day challenge. I had a very good transformation. And then I realized I'm like, oh, I like to help people. I love to cheer people on. I love to do what people were doing for me. And then I ended up being a coach. I was a Beachbody coach for about 3.5 years. But I feel like throughout that process, I could kill a transformation. Like if there's a new, workout program coming out, I'm like, all right, we're doing this. I'd set up my meal plan. Not exactly what I probably wanted to eat, but I would get to that point where I would see results and then I would just keep going. So what brings me to that is I was kind of in a roller coaster, right? I would do a 30-day program and then be like, oh my God, look at that taco, with all the crap on it. Or I would go out to eat and just completely indulge in carbs and just really feel kind of terrible. Not kind of, but really terrible. And I realized that I was falling into that. And as a coach, that was hard for me to I would bring people on and get them in that experience as well and in a group, but then they would fall off as well. Week 2, week 3, go back into what they felt was comfortable or just, fall back into their old habits, right? And that was exactly what was happening to me. So I just feel like as a coach, it was really hard to find people that were willing to do what I was doing. I really do feel like consistency is key. But I feel like, during that 30-day or even I did a 60-day or, some people are doing longer with a 90-day program or something like that. The workouts have never been an issue for me. I love working out. Sounds absolutely nuts, right? But I really love the energy and the feeling of after a workout, especially. And I knew that if I did it in the morning, I would, it sets your tone for the day. So what I want to get at is the community of Beachbody. I feel like there was some kind of a disconnect, and I had some great people that I could rely on as a team, but never to the point where I was pushed or felt like I was maybe part of the community, rather I was just in it, if that makes any sense. Nothing against anybody or any certain person or specific person. I just always felt like, if you see, I'm like super outgoing, super happy, really like to have fun. If you ever do a personality test, you can Google that. I'm a yellow for sure. But I'm also a yellow with tendencies of, having a list and goals and stuff that I would get done and be done. So I felt like there was never that next level that I saw in the company. I could never just get to that point. Fast forward into me struggling last summer. I was struggling with my own transformation. I did have another one. Another program came out and I did a 30 days and I did amazing, and the pictures and the numbers, they prove it. But I honestly was just always missing something. Now we're going to enter into the world of Pruvit, and I was scared. I was terrified. I was scared of what people would think. I was scared, oh my gosh, she's just doing something else. She's just, doing this to sell and whatever. But it's not like that. And I'm so happy it's not like that, because I felt like that in Beachbody, where if I could just get this many challenge packs or this many coaches on my team, I would kill it, right? No, there was always something missing. And I found it now with Pruvit. And the thing that was missing was the community. And I really found I know I'm going to be all over the place, but I really found this passion and this drive when I went and hung out with the community during Epic, which Epic, you hear me talk about it, whatever. But it's this big, huge community. Not even huge. I shouldn't even say that. It's a smaller community starting out, and we're trying to get this out to the world because ketones are going to change everything. They're going to change medicine. They're going to change how we feel, how we approach people, how we, treat people in general. And I feel like back when I would post my stuff, I feel like people were like, oh, she's a Beachbody coach. I need to get away from that. And she posts this shit all the time and whatever. Where I feel like now, maybe if people would think that, I don't really care. Because I know that out of 10 people, if 2 people thought that, but if 8 people, shared it with their family or did it themselves, can you imagine the pay it forward effect? It's like, somebody that has some kind of an illness that could, that you could help or that needs energy. Obviously, we all need this love for life, this energy, this mood lift. Honestly, this is it for me. I want to just reach out and tell you guys that this is where I'm supposed to be. I know when we were in these, it was called mindfulness fat. And when I signed up for it, I was like, I want to sign up for something, but I'm not really sure what that is. This guy was in the moment and having us find what our fears are and throwing them out. And I really realized after that, this feeling that took over, that I just got rid of all of that and got rid of what people think and who cares? Who's people? People that support me are going to think, oh my God, look at her. She's doing great. She's reaching out to people. She's helping so many people. And that's what I want. That's full on what I want. Ketones itself, Keto OS, the product, speaks for itself. The biggest thing is for me to get you into a 10-day experience. And the reason why we do that as a community is because we know that in the past, companies that just say, oh, go to this link and buy this and blah, blah, blah. But then if they hate it, what do? They send it back, or they just say to their next friend, they say to their sister, oh my God, I tried this, it's nasty. And then they tell the next person, well, I heard from my sister that she tried. Anyway, so the biggest thing is in our 10-day experience is we give a variety of everything. So we're giving you a chance to try it. Just try it. See how you feel. Everybody feels different. Everybody loses weight different. Everybody loses fat, which you can't see. But your clothes don't lie, or your pictures, or people start to notice. People especially start to notice when I lose weight or I just feel better. Maybe my face gets thinner, or maybe, I present myself better, right? That's a thing, right? I don't wear, stretchy pants every day for the rest of my life, or a big moo dress or whatever we wear. I've been there. But, so I just wanted to reach out and just, if I can find anybody that has been struggling in any company that they're in, or just trying to find that really close-knit community that cares about you. We have a community that talks to us every day on a call. Yeah, I might not get on those calls live, but I listen to them on the way home. And then the rest of my night even is it's just so much better. And it's that amazing feeling. And I just want to pass it on to everybody. And of course, I'm not like, oh my gosh, you have to go out and sell. But what if you love the product itself and went out and found people that love the product too? I mean, it's just this huge, to get it out to this many people, it's actually like magic. And that's why I call it Magic Potion, because I didn't have this before. And I didn't have this feeling before. We did products, we had to do it, we had to be the product of the product, and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But I want you to know that this actually works, and I feel the best I've ever felt. Almost 40 hours into this 60-hour reboot, if you followed me, that's a total another side note. But I should be like, oh my God, what am I doing? What are they making me do? But as a community, we are supporting each other, and I just love it. Honestly, I can't wait for tomorrow and to be, to say I did it, and then to share this experience with everybody. But So all in all, I just want you to know that do what's good for you. If you're feeling like you're on the edge, like I was, like what are people gonna think or what, blah, don't do it. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do what works for you and what makes you feel amazing. Because this feeling right now is what I want to, pass on to you, and I want to pass it on to as many people as I can, in hopes that if they were feeling this down in the dumps, crappy, I'm not part of something feeling, I would hope that you would reach out and just, be better. Be a better person for yourself. I got really emotional a lot during Epic because of the people that were around me. And the fact that, have you ever been with somebody and you're trying to tell them something and then they're either they interrupt you and tell them something that happened to them, or they something on their phone or whatever, and they're just not in it? I never felt that during Epic. There was never that disconnect. These people wanted to listen to me. They didn't know me. We, as a community, were surrounded by so many good people, and it was legit this time. When I heard Brian Underwood, who is our CEO, when I heard him talk, every time I heard him talk, I felt like he was talking to me, and not just the top, people in the company, or not just the top people that are doing whatever crazy numbers, but he was talking to me. And I really feel like that's important. And that is why he is where he is. And that is why we are going to change this world. It's a huge movement. It hasn't reached a lot of people yet. And a lot of times I ask people if they know what this is. And most of the time the answer is no. So that's actually really exciting, because I get to be that first person that tells them how it makes me feel. Some people have other stories. There's so many experiences. And just to reach out and be like, how can I help you try this so you can feel like this? I mean, it's magic, guys. So I just wanted to come on and not completely go crazy about things, but I just have this passion, and I just know deep down inside that this is where I'm supposed to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly. Thanks for joining me.